I had this old-fashioned idea that it really mattered what I would do as president, and so I laid out very specific plans, and I costed them out because I also think it's important to be fiscally responsible. A number of people in this audience were helpful to me, and I thank you. And we had a great tech program. We had a really good set of policies. Okay. In 2008, which was the last time you had a contested election, not somebody already in the White House, the policies put forth by President Obama, Senator McCain, got 222 minutes of airtime, okay? In 2016, despite my best efforts in giving endless speeches and putting out all kinds of stuff, we got 32 minutes. That's all.
Total?
Total. And all of 2016.
Over like 2 years? Or
well, over, what, 18 months? Yeah. That was it.
So
total.
Does that signify that you need to think about campaign? Not you in particular. Are you running again, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No, but...
All right, but you need to campaign differently because, you know, you were saying policy doesn't matter. Politics did. And Donald Trump, look, a lot of people say that he was a great campaigner, a bad president. You were a terrible campaigner. You would have been a great president kind of thing. But you have to win.
Well,
and
look, let's put the campaigning stuff on the table.
But don't you have to change?
I won 3 million more votes than the other guy.
Right.
And I had a very, very close contest with President Obama. Basically, our votes were neck and neck. He ended up with more delegates. And, you know, depending upon how you count it, I was slightly ahead, slightly behind. So we were absolutely on par when it came to actually getting votes. I won 2 Senate races in New York. So I never said I was a perfect candidate, and I certainly have never said I ran perfect campaigns, but I don't know who is or did. Mm-hmm. And at some point, it sort of bleeds over into misogyny. Mm-hmm. And let's just be honest. You know, people who have a set of expectations about who should be president and what a president looks like, you know, they're going to be much more skeptical and critical of somebody who doesn't look like and talk like and sound like everybody else who's been president. And, you know, President Obama broke that, you know, that racial barrier. But, you know, he's a very attractive, good-looking man with lots of...
Well, he's likable enough.
He's likable enough, absolutely. More than. So the campaign, look, were there things we could have done differently? You could say that about any campaign.
Is campaigning going to change in the future?
Yeah, but I want to follow up on something when we're on this bleeding over into misogyny thing. And it comes from the recent New York Magazine profile of you, right, which I thought was fascinating and interesting. But the part of it that just leapt off the page for me as a reader was where you and some of your staff folks were quoted in there as saying, okay, Bernie Sanders could get angry at the podium,
right,
about the fate of the people who are trapped in this globalization automation thing. Trump certainly did that, oversimplifying, getting angry. You couldn't do that because you were a woman. And if a woman does that, it just backfires on her. And it made me think, are we never going to be able to have a woman in politics who can use that technique, which is an effective technique, which shows I'm emotionally kind of with you, just by oversimplifying and getting angry? Is that true? Did you really feel you couldn't do that?
Well, let me say this. You know, I have been on many speaking platforms with many men who are in office or running for office.
Right.
And the crowd gets you going, and you get up there, and I watch my male counterparts, and they beat the podium, and they yell, and the crowd loves it. And a few times I've tried that, and it's been less than successful. Let me just say that. And it's a little maddening because I'm as angry about what's going on, you know, as anybody, because I've seen us go backwards, as I said in the very beginning, about so many things, economic opportunity, advancements in human rights, civil rights, and the rest. Healthcare. So, I mean, I care deeply about this. And I remember when I was doing healthcare back in the day, 93, 94, and we were trying to move an agenda forward, and I went to the American Academy of Pediatrics, and I've always been particularly concerned about what happens to kids who don't get the health care they need.
Right.
And I gave a really hot speech, and I got hammered for it repeatedly because I don't know what the way forward will be for others, Walt, but for me, trying to convey my commitment, my lifelong commitment, and not only that, what I've done. And, you know, I put up against anybody who ran or thought of running what I've already accomplished compared to what they have on behalf of people. It just is very difficult to go from intensity, passion, emotion to anger.